The term Caucasian. The first time I ever saw the word Caucasian was on one of those standardized tests back in high school. You fill in the dot, next to whatever, and it was under like racial preference, I think is what it said. And I didn't know what it meant, so I went up and I asked the proctor, who was a football coach. And what I knew then and what I know now is that a lot of football coaches at high schools are just required to do something academic every year, and they don't really care. They don't know anything about anything but football. Stereotype, It's true. A lot of them don't, and this guy didn't. He was just sitting there just to fill a space. He didn't want to do anything. So he said, "It means white." So, being 16, I went back to my desk and I filled in the circle by white. But being a nerd, it didn't stop there, of course. I went to a dictionary. The internet had not really it wasn't really a thing. I don't know if it was even around. There wasn't urbandictionary.com or mw.com. I don't think there was. I didn't know about them if they did exist. So I looked up in a regular old dictionary and an encyclopedia, and I looked through some reference books to find out what Caucasian means, and I didn't like what I found, because besides in the United States, Caucasian does not equal white. It's not a racial preference. It's a biological term meaning someone who's genetically from the Caucasus Mountains in Eastern Europe. Now, this can range anywhere from like white Russians to the darker skin like Turkish people. It's just the Caucasus regions. That's okay. For anybody else, it means like a biological term. It doesn't mean white, and I don't like it applying to me because I will never go to the Caucasus Mountains. Even when I'm a world traveler, that's not a destination I have in mind. I mean, I might pass over the Caucasus or drive through them if I'm driving across Europe or something, but yeah, it's not like a destination on my list. Nobody from my family has been to the Caucasus Mountains I know of. So Caucasian doesn't work. The word white, okay, doesn't really apply to me 100% either, because I'm not white. I'm peakish peach with freckles and a little more pink in the summer. But that's tedious to say. And the word pink gets some sniggers from some people whenever I apply it to myself. So I use the word white because it's just quicker and easier, and it doesn't describe me 100%. But for preference, racial preference, yeah, preference implies I'd choose something. I'd choose the word white over Caucasian.